Yeah.
Hi. Oh, here I am. I am going to try so hard to do this for you guys. I'm going to read you the book Dazzle the Dinosaur by Marcus Pfister. It's one of my favorite books. I love it. I love dinosaurs, as you know. And since this week is Dinosaur Week, I'm ready to begin. Here we go. I'm going to look down here as I read, and then I'll hold up the pictures. All right. Dazzle the Dinosaur. When Mother Myosaurus came back to her nest, she was surprised to find another egg next to her own. It certainly was not her egg. Where could it have come from, she wondered. Instinctively, she covered up both eggs to protect them. The valley was a dangerous place. Food was scarce, water was hard to find. There were even some dinosaurs who raided nests as soon as a mother's back was turned. The other Myosauruses were curious about this odd-looking egg. As soon as the two eggs started to crack, they all came running to see what would hatch. From the mother's own speckled egg, out stepped a sweet-looking baby girl. Everyone oohed and awed. When the other eggs started to crack open, they held their breath. But then they sighed. It was just an ordinary baby dinosaur. The Myosauruses were about to turn away when the baby dino gave a little yawn, stretched, and up popped a row of glowing spines along his back. They had never seen anything like it. "What kind of dinosaur are you?" they asked. "Well, I don't know," said the little dinosaur kind of shyly. Mother Myosaurus couldn't take her eyes off the glittering spines. "We'll call you Dazzle," she said. Beautiful dinosaur. Mother Myosaurus named the little girl Maya, and soon she and Dazzle were the best of friends. Every day they would go out and play, finding fresh shoots and roots to eat. But they were never allowed to go beyond the edge of the trees. Everywhere they turned, there was a Myosaurus watching, keeping them safe. One night, Maya and Dazzle were awake when they should have been sleeping. "What are you thinking about?" Maya asked her friend. "Oh, I wish we could go off on our own and explore without someone watching us all the time," Dazzle said. "We can't, because it's too dangerous out there," said Maya. "The Deinonychus raids our nests and the Tyrannosaurus rex chases us away from the water." "Then why do we live here?" asked Dazzle. "Mother told me that our family used to live in a cave in a valley surrounded by mountains that kept us safe. There was a fresh spring in the cave, and the valley was filled with trees and ferns." "What happened?" Dazzle asked. "Long ago, when Mother was young, a vicious Dragonosaurus took over our cave when all the Myosauruses were out eating. He was so fierce that they had to move away." "I won't stand for that," said Dazzle. "We'll have to chase him out." "Yeah," yawned Maya. "It's up to you and me." In the morning, the two little dinosaurs couldn't wait to get started on their adventure. They went through the trees as they did every day, but this time they scampered off and disappeared among the rocks. Dazzle was a little scared, but Maya cheered him on. "The mountains are nearby. If we climb up these rocks, we'll be able to see them." Just then the rocks beneath them rumbled and shook. It was like an earthquake. Maya and Dazzle were tossed to the ground. Then suddenly a giant stegosaurus stood in front of them. Those weren't rocks they were climbing. It was a stegosaurus's back. "Why are you two little dinosaurs so far away from home?" asked the kind stegosaurus. "Oh, we're just playing a game," Maya said. "You better watch out," the stegosaurus said. "You are lucky it was me you climbed on and not a Tyrannosaurus rex." "She's right," said Dazzle. "We probably should go home now." So Dazzle and Maya turned back for their grove of trees where all the Myosauruses would look out for them and keep them safe. And there he's on the back, climbing up, she is. And but just then, they found some tall ferns to eat. And then they heard a rumbling thunder of giant footsteps, an ear-shattering roar. It was a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He had spotted the two little dinosaurs, and he was so hungry. "Split up!" cried Maya. "Twist, turn, find a place to hide, run!" So Dazzle ran away from his friend, dashing under the branches and in and out of shadows. But every time the sunlight flashed on his spines, the T-Rex gave another roar, and came after him. Finally, Dazzle saw a dark, grassy hollow, and he curled up inside, keeping his spines from showing. He barely dared to breathe. Tyrannosaurus Rex lumped and thumped and roared until finally he gave up. Dazzle waited a long time before he climbed out to find Maya. "Poor Dazzle," Maya cried as she jumped out of some ferns. "Your spines kept giving you away." "You're lucky he didn't catch you." Dazzle was just happy to be alive. He wanted to take a nap. The two of them found a nice warm tree trunk to lean against, and they fell fast asleep. They didn't wake up until their tree trunk lifted up from the ground and shook itself. "I'm sorry to disturb you," said a voice, "but my legs were getting stiff." It was an Apatosaurus. "What are you doing so far away from home?" he asked. Maya decided to tell the truth this time. "Well, we're trying to find the cave where my family used to live." But we got lost," said Dazzle. "Could you show us the way?" He wanted to say home, the way home, but Maya interrupted. "The way to the cave," she finished. The Apatosaurus waved his long neck thoughtfully. "The Dragonosaurus is a dangerous dinosaur," he said, "but as long as it's still daytime, I don't think it's any harm. The Dragonosaurus is terrified of light." The Apatosaurus reached his head above the trees and called to some flying reptiles for help. "I'll take you there," they said. It was big enough to carry both little dinosaurs. "But you have to be ready to go back at sunset." "I am not staying when that Dragonosaurus wakes up." They reached the cave just as the afternoon sun shone on the trees in the valley. Nothing had ever looked so beautiful to the little dinosaurs. They peered into the cave and could see the Dragonosaurus fast asleep. They had to get rid of him so their family could return home. Maya bravely crept into the cave, and suddenly the Dragonosaurus sniffed and jumped up, blinking his eye. Maya was trapped. The Dragonosaurus gave a mighty roar. Dazzle thought fast. Quickly, he turned his back so that every spine caught the sunshine and reflected the light right into the giant dinosaur's eyes. The Dragonosaurus screamed and ran out of the cave just to escape the light. But since it was already so bright outside as well, the Dragonosaurus just kept on running. Maya and Dazzle took a long drink of water from the fresh spring and went outside. "What did you do to the Dragonosaurus?" the pterodactyls asked. "I saw him running away." Dazzle scared him off with his beautiful, dazzling spines, said Maya. "He saved my life." Excuse me. The next day, Dazzle and the Maiasaurus climbed the mountains and settled in their old cave. "Tomorrow," said Maya, "we can explore our new forest." "All by ourselves," said Dazzle. "And you can let your spines shine as much as you want," whispered Mother Maiasaurus. "You'll be safe here." The end. So thank you for listening to Dazzle the Dinosaur. I hope you enjoyed the book.